We just finished talking about arithmetic sequences, and now we're going to shift focus to geometric sequences. So the difference between a geometric sequence and an arithmetic sequence is that in an arithmetic sequence, we were just adding to get from one term to the next, and in a geometric sequence, we are multiplying instead. So before, when we were trying to find that common difference, we would subtract one term from another. Now we're looking for a common ratio, which we're calling R, and in order to find it, you're going to divide two successive terms instead of subtract them. And you can also use that method to determine if a sequence is geometric. So looking at this, I would take 6 divided by 2, which would give me 3. So 6 over 2 gives me 3. Then I would take 18 over 6, which gives me 3. And I would take 54 over 18, which gives me 3. Because I got the same ratio each time, that yes, this is geometric, and the common ratio is 3, meaning 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 3 is 18, etc. Here, I can see very clearly that this is a plus 4, plus 4, plus 4 situation, so this is actually an arithmetic sequence rather than geometric. Again, I could find it by taking 6 divided by 2, which is 3, and then 10 divided by 6, which is not 3. So as soon as you see that they're not the same, you know it's not geometric. So here, finding the first 4 terms of a geometric sequence. First term is -2, common ratio is 4, means I'm starting with -2, then I'm multiplying it by 4 to get -8. Then I'm multiplying that value by 4 to get -32. Then I'm multiplying that value by 4 to get -128. This is the exact same type of question, except of course they're telling me a sub 1, which is the same as telling me the first term. And they're telling me r, which is the same as telling me the common ratio. So 2 times -3 would be -6. -6 times -3, positive 18. Again, this is going to be an alternating sequence because we're multiplying by a negative value. And then 18 times -3 is -54. Again, both of these sequences would continue. We were just asked to find the first 4 terms. Just as we did before, there was a formula that we wrote down to help us find the nth term of an arithmetic sequence. This is the formula for the nth term of a geometric sequence. So again, we're using a formula. The a sub 1 is still the first term. The r is the common ratio, and then we're taking it to the n minus 1. So looking at this situation down here, I know that a sub 1 is 5. I need to find what the r value is, the common difference. So remember, we just take the 4 divided by 5, that's 4/5. I can verify that by taking 16/5 divided by 4, which would be the same as 16/5 times 1/4, which of course would give me 4/5 again. So 4/5 is my common ratio. So a sub 15 would be starting with 5 and then taking 4/5 to the not 15 but 15 minus 1, which is 14. So you can of course use your calculator from here. I would take 4 to the 14th over 5 to the 14th. And remember, all of that was times 5. And so really I'm just going to reduce this 5 over 1 with the denominator. And so that would be my final answer for the 15th term in the sequence. Here are 2 for you to try on your own, so try them both and then press play to check your work. So for this one, I've got finding the 4th term of a geometric sequence, and they've given me the first and second term. So I would have to use 12 divided by 10 to find that 6/5 was my common ratio. To find the 4th term, I can either just multiply this times 6/5 and then again, since there's only 4, or I'll go ahead and use my a sub 4, which tells me that I'm going to have 10, and then common ratio, which is 6/5, to the 4 minus 1, so to the 3rd. So I have 10, 6 to the third is 216, 5 to the third is 125. It looks like I could reduce the 10 and the 125, so divide that by 5 and divide that by 5. And that's going to give me 432 over 25. And that would be my fourth term. For the next, I'm first writing the formula, just the general formula, and then I'm going to use it to find the 10th term. So a sub n would be my first term, which is 9. And then my common ratio, 18 divided by 9 is 2, 36 divided by 18 is 2, so this is 2 to the n minus 1. So that's the general formula. Then using that to find the 10th term would be 9 times 2 to the 10 minus 1, which is 2 to the 9th. 2 to the 9th is 512, and 512 times 9 is 4,608.